Good evening. I hope everyone is being blessed today. And I'm Angela, your local realtor. I'm here today to discuss pre approval and pre qualifying. I know sometimes people use those two terms interchangeably, but they are actually totally different. One is determined by totally upon what you say, the other one is actual facts. Okay? So when you are buying, and you want to find out how much buying power you have, you start out with getting pre-qualified. Pre-qualified is just your information, just what you say, just to say how much you make, how much you pay in the bills that they ask you about. They may ask you about debt to ratio, maybe your current rent, your car note, and different things of that nature. They're gonna ask you those questions. You're gonna answer them, and then they're going to give you a pre-qualifying amount. Okay, that is all based off how accurate you give them the information. So how truthful you are basically is going to determine your pre-qualifying amount. Now on the other hand, you have pre-approval. Pre-approval is more in-depth. It's the same questions, but then it's verified. Your income is verified through your job. Your time on your job is verified. Your W-2s are required. Your check stubs are required. Your debt to ratio is required based off of what is on your credit report. So what your credit report is going to show is going to determine your debt to ratio. Your debt to ratio, along with your credit score, determines how much buying power you have. So you probably want to go the route of getting pre-approved versus getting pre-qualified. Pre-approval is more in stone. It's more something you can work with. It's not a long process. It's 1 to 3 days. In the application, oh, y'all bear in mind, with the application, the process does not start, meaning the lender, the underwriters do not look at the application until you have submitted all documentation. So say you put the application in on today, but then you don't submit your check stubs, your bank statements, and your W-2 until Friday. Well, it's not going to start until Friday. And then at that time, you would have 3 days from there to find out what your pre-approval amount is. So go the extra step and go ahead on and get pre-approved. I've had a couple of deals that didn't make it to closing because once we did the pre-qualifying letter and we went out and saw homes and we picked something out based off of that number, and then we went through the pre-approval for the mortgage loan, then that number changed. So then we had more house than a lender was willing to lend to my client. So that means we didn't close on that property and we had to start over again with a new amount. So always go with getting pre-approved. You want your credit report pulled. You want to submit your check stubs. You want them to look at your credit report, because nowadays student loans and child support is really affecting people's buying power. And the type of loan you use to calculate your child support and your student loans on an FHA loan is different from how it's calculated on a conventional loan. So with that being said, go the extra step, submit the documentation so you can get a real accurate number of how much house you can afford. And then you want to lock in your interest rate at the beginning, because once you go through that pre-approval process, whatever interest rates you're locked in on, whatever programs that are available to you, you're going to find that all out during the pre-approval process. And like I say, it's a 1 to 2 day process. So if you submit your application today and you actually upload your documents today, well, in 3 days you're going to know your amount. And that's not a long period of time to wait to know how much house you can afford. And I would be more than happy to help you with purchasing your home, meeting up with the right lenders. I'm more than happy to help you. reach out to me at movewithmuhammad@gmail.com. And then you also can subscribe to my channel. You can give me a thumbs up if you like what you heard. And if you want to share what you heard with somebody else, forward the video. I would appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you or anyone you know that will need my needs as a realtor, as a consultant, to make sure everybody is in a position of power by owning their own property and creating generational wealth. Thank you. Have a great day. Be blessed and be productive. Until next time.